Hey guys, Snowshoer 503. Got a stove review on a stove I made. It's a wood burner stove. Woodgas they call them. I made one out of 10 cans, and I just kind of started thinking that, after time it would get hot, and I'll show you guys this a little bit in detail after I describe it, that the 10 cans would get hot and eventually they would rust and leave me with just a big pile of crumpy metal. So I went to my local thrift stores and I come across this stainless pot. This came up to about here. It kind of tapered in and went up to about here. And I took a grinder and cut that off. And I also found a stainless drinking cup. You can find those at REI. I found mine at the thrift store for 99 cents. I've got about $3 or $4 wrapped up into this whole deal. There's a series of holes, about 16 of them, all across the bottom here that go around. And then inside, get a flashlight to kind of show you what's going on in here. Inside the cup, you can see a series of holes at the top, about 16 of those, and then down towards the bottom around there's 16 holes as well. And then in the very bottom I got a bunch of holes I just drilled in the bottom for air to move up. So then I found this here deal, and it probably looks familiar to most of you, but it came off of some kind of fan. This was the cover on the outside of a fan, and I had snipped, you can see here, I snipped about 4 rows of these rings here and bent them so that they fit pretty snug right on the top of my stove. My pot would go here, allowing me to feed wood right in through here. I could put wood in through here and keep feeding my flame. It does need some kind of wind guard, but I usually just set it up around a tree or some logs, or put some rocks here. I do have some tin foil that I sometimes use as a pot or as a wind guard. You can fold it up. I always carry tin foil. It makes a good wind guard. You catch a fish, you don't have anything to fry it on or something, you can throw it in the fire, cook your fish up with this, you're good to go. So, the other thing I like about it is that if, say, one thing I always take with it is my alcohol stove that I made out of a water bottle. Now I saw these at, after I had made this, I saw these at Sportsman's Warehouse. Somebody has made the same exact stove, and inside you can see there's the top of the water bottle down in here. I just cut the top off, reversed this, stuck it inside and pressed it back into each other and drilled a series of holes, 16 of them on the side here. And I burn heat or any kind of rubbing alcohol. I like to use heat. And then I found some fuel at the Dollar Tree, some kind of fuel additive, cost $1. I mean, hey, it works, it boils. The thing I like about it is I can drop this down inside of my wood burner stove, and now I've got my alcohol stove inside my wood burner stove. So now I've got it up here. I can put my pot on, my pot holder, and there I have my alcohol stove. Now I don't really need to do that because the alcohol stove, I just put my cook pot right on top of this. Flames come out the side, heating the pot, boils water. It works great. So that's that. Give me a second, I'll get my pot out and show you how it works here. Okay, so here's the Amusa pot we got at Walmart. I don't know many quarts this is, but it was like $6. It came with this little strainer that goes in the top here. So it has that with it, which we don't use this very often, but I did find a way to use it. We stick it down inside. So if you press this down in here and twist it, now it goes down in the very bottom, and I bought two, so here's another one. So this piece is upside down in the pot, letting this stand up off the pot about about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so with that being down in there, this is off of a deodorant can. I was making another alcohol stove, and just this was the leftover. I stick this down inside of it on top of that screen. And then we bought some of these. I found these stainless little pots at the Goodwill. They were like 99 cents. It's a 10-ounce little pot here, and we use it to cook muffins on. You stick it down in here like so, and I'll have to try to get the camera up here to show you guys what it kind of looks like down in there. So it's up kind of high, you can see in the pot. Okay, so camera's kind of hard to set up here. Okay, so that's that, you know, and then you got the top that goes on like so here. This was a plastic cap. I took it off and made a nice little wood one. Just kind of gives it that nice little touch, I think. It looks nice. I don't have to worry about it melting like the plastic one. It never melted, but it did get kind of rather warm. So that's all that, right? And the cool thing about all this is that when we're all done and said with, my stove actually fits down inside. Everything goes down in there. Lid all goes back on. Stows away in my pack pretty nice. So it all fits just right to the top, and it all fits in there. I stick it in a stuff sack, that way it keeps it, you know, if there's any ashes or whatever, it kind of gets ashes in it, but I shake them out and that's alright. Just kind of keeps my pot inside clean, keeps dirt and stuff that would come off the bottom of the stove out of my cooking source here. In the bottom, when you're all done, you'll have coal. There is some ash, but it's mostly coal. So you could use that coal if you had to filter water in emergency. But what I do is I just take it and I kind of give it a little spin and a shake, and all the ash comes out these holes. There is a bottom, so on my tin can stove, I actually used the stove. I cut this off here, stuck another tin can inside of it, and you guys have seen it on YouTube a couple times. I just thought this would be worth sharing. Creative mind. You can make a pretty nice stove. Like I say, this is like $5, maybe $5, and this was free. So there you have it. Wood burning gas stove. So what it does is it regasifies, burns the wood, uses the fuel, comes back up. It's a 2-chamber stove. Comes up, and then right out the top of all these holes that were up here, all those holes up there, right in here, the flame comes through. So anyway, through those holes it regasifies right up top there. And that's my video for today. Guys, have fun. Good luck. Use your mind, imagination, come up with some pretty neat stuff.